Hello everyone, Silent here. Welcome back to another Bedrock Edition tutorial. Today we have something that might actually be the first of its kind on a Bedrock Edition, and that is a hopper speed, silent, and lossless item elevator for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So I was going to do a tutorial similar to this one a couple of months ago, but it turns out the design that I was going to showcase and do a tutorial on was not actually reliable, as is oftentimes, way too many of the times actually, the case on Bedrock. So I'm actually glad that we postponed it because now we have a design that is so much better. So you will hear a little bit of clicking right now, and that's simply because this dropper right here is facing out into the open, so that all the items will cycle. But if we place a chest right there, you'll see that it's still elevating items, and it is 100% silent. It also doesn't leave any items behind in these droppers whatsoever, which is magnificent. So like Whiteturber suggested a couple of months ago, sorry for taking so long, Whiteturber, we're going to be doing a tutorial and showcase in one, so a tutorial on this build right here, and I'm also going to be doing a showcase on a couple other elevator designs and how I got to this design right here, which works very, very fine. But before we get to all that, guys, if you could please leave a like on the video, help YouTube show to more people, that'd be greatly appreciated. And if you want to see more videos like this, then make sure to subscribe so you don't miss them, obviously, and let's move on. Alright, so on to the showcase slash overview of a whole bunch of different item elevator designs. There is quite a bit to go over, so I'm going to try and breeze through everything nice and quickly. This is the original design that I was going to do a tutorial on, and as you can see from this one here, it is actually sometimes lossless and silent, and that'll just keep cycling forever. And then these item elevators right here are built the exact same as that one, but these ones are clicky and lose items. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. So also, this design loses items guaranteed at about 20 blocks tall, so you would have to do repeating sections, and yeah, it's just bad times. Overall, terrible design, don't build it. So here is a design from Will Kreplin. This one does function, it's lossless and it's silent as well. So you can see that here. The thing about this one is that it's very expensive because you have to build this every single layer, but every single layer is also an input, so it's got some pros to it. This was me trying to trim it down, but that one ends up clicking, so it's kind of useless. Here's the Will Kreplin circuit expanded to 3 droppers, so it's actually a little bit better. However, this one kind of clicks, so there's that. Also, sometimes it loses an item, so I changed it up a little bit, and this is the final product, the main circuit that I was using for quite a bit of experiments. And this one's silent, and it moves items 3 blocks and also doesn't lose any items. So overall, pretty awesome, and tested that in all the cardinal directions because you kind of got to do that with this game. It's so unreliable. And here is the attempt at, expanding it, and then I actually got to a good, proper item elevator. So this one, for the longest time, was extremely reliable, didn't lose any items, and was silent as well. But now it's kind of clicky, so if you're fine with some clicks and you're fine with occasionally losing an item, then this one is fine. It's actually a rather decent design. It's pretty cheap. So if you are interested in building this design, this is all the circuitry down at the bottom. Very simple, but make sure that this repeater here is on 4 ticks. And other than that, you can build this up to 20 or so blocks tall before it guaranteed starts losing items in these droppers here. Keep in mind that this one will just randomly start clicking and will randomly leave behind an item anyway, so definitely just use that for your farms or whatever. And here's a design that I'm pretty certain that I got off of the Technical Minecraft Community Discord server. That's kind of a mouthful. I have no idea who designed this. I did not design this, and I'm kind of sorry because I don't know who designed this. Can't give credit. But yes, this one works very well. It doesn't leave behind any items, and it is silent as it is functioning, but you can see at the end of the cycle, it is very noisy. So I took quite a few elements from this, but honestly, through all my testing, this was pretty much the only thing that worked anyway. So elements from this one, elements from all the other testing and shenanigans, and combine that into one design. And finally, we have a hopper speed, so 9,000 items per hour item elevator that is also silent, doesn't leave any items in the droppers. And geez, did that take a lot of testing to get. So let's throw an item in here, and eventually we will see that pop out the top. And there it is. It does take a hot second, but this thing is also 50 blocks tall. So yeah, that's kind of reasonable. All right, so on to the tutorial. As you can imagine, this thing is very simple to build. So first thing you need to make sure that you have is a 4x1 area going up as high as you need your elevator to go, because this thing is 4x1. So this is where your main dropper is going to be. So at the bottom, you need to put in your main circuitry, and this is very simple, just a comparator going into block redstone dust next to that block repeater, going into block by that dropper, and then you need another block right there, redstone dust there, and then actually repeater right there and redstone dust right there, and that is the entire bottom circuitry complete. So you can build this up as high as you like. I've only done 50 blocks, but you should theoretically be able to go as high as you like. We're just going to go up a random number of blocks, so probably to about there. And yeah, just make a pillar of blocks on top of that comparator. Make sure that these blocks can conduct redstone, so make it out of like stone or stone bricks or whatever you like. And then you want a pillar of observers right behind this pillar of blocks. Make sure that the faces are facing away from the blocks, so the butt end is right against the block there. And then from the bottom of this redstone, you want to place an observer facing that redstone torch, observer on top of that, redstone torch, repeating all the way up until you finish your circuitry. And you can end on either a you can end on either a redstone torch or an observer. It really does not matter whatsoever. I've tried both. So yeah, kind of like that. Alrighty, so now what you can do is just get in your droppers. So quickly, I'm going to place down a hopper right here, and then you guys can see that this thing is fully functioning. So there's our item. Very fine. We can place a chest up there as well and dump in a bunch of items, and you can see all of those items get transported up here. Thing is actually pretty quick for being on Bedrock. Very proud of this design. Really happy about this. So if you guys did like the video, then make sure to leave a like. If you want to see more videos like this, then be sure to subscribe. The videos will basically be delivered to your sub feed, which is ever so convenient. And yeah, if you got any questions, comments, or concerns, please do leave it down in the comment section. I'll be down there talking to you guys as well. And yeah, thank you again for watching. I'll see you down in the comments and in the next video. And then there was silence.